Hello and welcome to Juras6x's world. My name is Juras6x and this is my world. If this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. If you've seen a couple of the episodes, then welcome back. Whatever, keep watching because we have a huge episode ahead of us. One of the things that we've got to do is get our iron farm working again, which is in this lovely windmill. We also, as you may see from behind me, we have plenty of temporary blocks, so we need to repopulate our farms and get them working. I've also now got a plan to put in a sewer system which will act as our item transport underneath our village. We've also, where the green and yellow wool is over there, will be a huge greenhouse. We've got a villager breeder which is connected to the train tracks currently, and we've got bees to go into our greenhouse. So we may even attempt to get to a monument and get a few prismarine blocks from our monument. But we've got a large episode ahead of us, so join me for the rest of it and we'll get cracking straight away. So we're over here at our trading hall, and down here where I've stashed a few villagers, we're going to get 2 of them out for our villager breeder. So hopefully this goes without too much hiccup. So there's 2 on their way. And let's just follow them. Should be pretty much all the way there. Let's protect. Still a few zombies about somewhere. Excellent. So we can hopefully, I think if I break this one, there we go. He's in there, and then we should be able to break that one. Yep, and they're both on the post. So this is our new villager breeder. Hopefully we'll be able to get a minecart up here, pick up any villagers up there, and then it will pop back down here. That is the plan. Haven't tested it yet, so we may well find there's an error in that. And what we'll also do is we'll get a dispenser up here. Although I thought they would be trying to sleep right now. Okay. So yeah, we'll get a dispenser up there, so then we can dispense the carrots on top of our guys here, and they'll hopefully start breeding. So let's get to sleep. And then we can start working on that. So we've now got the other 3 villagers on their way, I believe. Maybe one's already made it. Oh, that was in hard and fast. Yep, he's in. Can I reach? No, of course not. No. Right. Right, you're in. Oh no. No. Where is he? He's got to be coming this way, yeah. Oh. Oh, you got... What is wrong with you? You need him? Honestly, why are you trying to kill him? What's he done to you? Hey? Wow. Good. Right. Oh. Are you kidding me? So we finally have our iron farm up and running. So we have Iron Farm up and running again. Got 4 villagers. I think this guy, oh yep, he's just choosing his profession. So now they're all running around, and I've already heard a iron golem spawn. So we should have some iron down below now, which is fantastic because we are actually running out of it. Not sure why. I think we've been pretty sparse with it, but yep, there we go. And we've got our iron golem, unfortunately meeting his maker. So that's one job ticked off. We've got our village breeder over here, which I've heard them passing the bread about, but I've not seen any. No, unfortunately we've not got any villagers unless they've somehow escaped, which I've not seen them running around. So let's see if feeding them a little bit more bread. Got this sort of, I don't want them sort of continually spawning, seems pointless, but can quickly feed them like that. I'll probably put that on a redstone circuit, so I press it once and it dispenses 32 bread. I think that will be a good way of doing it. Hopefully they'll start breeding soon. It'd be nice of them if they did. And yeah, we can tick that one off hopefully soon as well. So once that's done, we can repopulate our farms. I think what I'll do is I'll start putting in our sewer system. So it's going to be quite a large sewer system. We've got, I think this is the size of the sewer that I'd like. So we'll have the items running through this section here, and then we'll have space to sort of make it look pretty, or if we need to, we can just put in an extra block so that the items aren't popping out, but we'll get that in. This building here is going to be where we're going to store all of our produce, so our carrots, our wheat, our potatoes and beetroot, and then we'll have a couple of villagers in here as well, which I've got in my breeding, my villager hall, that we can just trade with. So rather than sort of running around, but this will be where we make the majority of our emeralds ready for trading. So let's crack on with that and get our sewer system in the ground running this way. Finally, we're seeing some breeding going on. Come on. It's a miracle. We have a miracle. Oh, it finally happened. I'm so happy. I feel like a proud father. Yes, okay, that's good. So we've now got a sort of feeding contraption. So this will sort of feed them roughly around 32 bits of bread at a time. So if we just run it again, we can see it dispensing the bread to the villagers. Yep, there we go, 33. So it's done it a few times where it's dispensed 31. So pretty happy with that, and we can feel like things are going to be delivered to the villagers in a consistent way. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think we're gonna move on to do the sewer now. I'll get rid of trees here. I was just hoping to see if I could get some more beehives. I've got a few from a journey to the mesa. So we'll get rid of these, and then we'll start putting in the sewer systems. And we made our way over to a mesa, which is about 10,000 blocks east of our village. Got a little mine shaft by the looks of it there, but this is really to get some terracotta for us to turn into glazed terracotta. So let's crack on and get some terracotta. Could we have said terracotta anymore? We now have a good amount of terracotta for the plan that I've got for our greenhouse. So we've got 2 chests of plain terracotta, a good mix there, and then some random stuff that we collected along the way. So we can now put everything away, and let's head back to oh no, oh dear, right, these things happen. So now we've got to head back to our base. Right, I've seen an ocelot. I've got my lead. We're going to go see if we can sneak up on him. Oh, got him. Yes. Oh wow, first time I think I've ever managed to do this. Will he come across the water? Yes. Didn't think he would, but maybe because he's on the lead he will. And I have got a fence post ready. There we go. As you may be able to see, we're also harvesting some trees ready for the build, and trying to get a few bees nests as well for us to put into the greenhouse. So we got 1 sole beehive, got some bees doing their thing, so we'll leave them for a bit, let them collect some more nectar or whatever it's called, and then we can harvest the whole block and put that in with our collection. But first we're going to start off with our sewers. So I think we're going to nudge it over a couple of blocks. I need to make sure I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks minimum. So we're probably looking at 10 blocks down. So let's get on with that. And here we have our sewers. So we still need to obviously decorate this and make it a little bit more gloomy and a bit more ominous, but this will allow us to transport our items through or under the ground. Also, we can use it to transport villagers around the village. So this I think will work out really well, and we can have like little spurs that go off that will come into this one, so maybe not as wide as this, but maybe sort of 2 or 3, just enough to get through to do any service work. So this takes us to our carrot farm, I think is here, and deposit for our wheat is somewhere in this vicinity, so we can now sort of link them up. We just need to start restocking and getting those farms fixed and good to go. So that's the next job. If I sound a bit different, it's because I've travelled over 1,000 kilometres back to my home. Been stuck in France for the last 10 weeks, so it's nice to get home. But also I think this comes with a very different audio sound, so we'll have to work on that, as this is the first time I've been recording whilst in my own home. So moving forward, we've managed to replenish our farms. So in here we've got our trusted minecart system, which is picking up carrots from underneath. We've got them running up here and down here. So this has become just really a bit of a place for our guys to look at rather than anything else. And then down here you can see we've got our mine carts and then our distribution into our sewer system. So I'll take you to go and see that sewer system now, and then I'll show you what we've done in the other farms. We've got some of, I think it's Logical Geek Boys set up in our potato farm, so let's go there next. And that's with the double mine carts and a villager behind. So he's going to try and throw the potatoes to our villager, but because of the hopper mine carts, they suck it in super quickly, so that the other villager doesn't ever get food. So that's another way. And then over here we've got a lot of villagers who are just sort of picking up or harvesting the wheat and dropping the wheat and seeds on the ground. So that's being picked up again by mine carts running underneath. And then if we go over to our sewer system again, so we've only got a very small part of it in, but it is starting to look a little bit better. Let's drop in. So this is where it all comes down into, and I've been sort of checking on it. There we go, we've got some carrots on their way. This will be for which one is this one for? This one must be for the wheat. No, wheat's for here, and then this must be for potatoes. So we've got it coming in, and we can obviously extend it in whichever way. So I think eventually we'll have one over to the barn, which will then come back here, and then where we've got the white and red wool, we'll be able to have sort of like a little collection farmhouse here. So this will store up all of our supplies for cactus, wheat, pumpkin, and then we'll be able to have some villagers in here as well to also trade with. So this may get a little bit bigger, but I've put this in. The other one wasn't quite big enough for what we were hoping for. I don't know if this will be, if I'm honest, but we can make those changes later once we start putting things in place. So what we need to do now is to go over and grab some sand. So we'll just quickly go and grab that, and then we can finally get that smelting and then get working on our very large greenhouse. We've got plenty of bees to go in it, and all of our flowers and trees etc will be placed in here as well. So let's quickly run and grab some sand. We now have a bunch of sand, managed to get some of it into glass, and we've got a bit more that is coming out here. Also got our dye, so we're going to go for a light grey dye. Going to use some glass panes on the ends and some stained glass for the rest of it. So let's get that dyed up, and then we can go on with the build. So let's roll that time lapse of building the greenhouse. Wow, that was an absolutely massive time lapse. So that was about 4 or 5 hours, just condensed down to just over 2 minutes. So we got quite a long way with the greenhouse, but I've really got to call it now. I think I really want to go and get some dark prismarine from Ocean Monument to fill in these things. And as you may have guessed, it is based very much on GoodTimesWithScar's design from the most recent season of Hermitcraft. Really liked it, had plans to build one anyway, but felt that his really sort of would fit in with where I'm going with this world. So gonna call this episode. Really happy with how far we got, even though it's been a very interesting week for me in real life, but this has been a great experience to get this built, and we can finish it on the next episode. Once we've got some dark prismarine, we have everything else as far as I can work out, so we can really bring this to a close and then start filling in the rest of the build. So join me next time. My name's Juras6x. This is my world. See you next time.